where were you when you were first introduced to the Golden Light meditation in your life, and how did it help you in that moment?
When I was first introduced to Golden Light meditation, I was an executive with the Campbell Soup Company. I was senior vice president there. I had held a lot of executive positions, and the Golden Light meditation helped me significantly in my career and in my dealings with other executives and performing my duties, and it just gave me a different perception and a different understanding of where I was coming from, and just really facilitated a lot of the things that I did in corporate America, which was completely unexpected for me. It was not the reason that I went into meditation or what I expected to get from it, but I got much more from the Golden Light meditation than I anticipated, and in areas that were really surprising and perhaps not traditionally thought of.
From when you began doing the Golden Light meditation to now, could you talk about some of the differences in your life, in how you feel, and relate them to the Golden Light meditation?
Well, we're all on a journey, and Golden Light meditation is a tool that can be really helpful on that journey in terms of increasing the insight that we have about how we feel and why we do certain things, and shedding more light on that and more knowledge and more wisdom on that. And by doing that, actually leading us to take actions that we perhaps otherwise wouldn't have taken as a result of that self-knowledge and that comes from practicing Golden Light on a regular basis.
Do you have any examples, specific examples in your life?
Yeah, I think that in my life it played out in my career in terms of making clear what I was interested in, not interested in doing, and caused me to change jobs sooner than I would have, and that proved to be very fruitful and beneficial to me and my experience of life, and I think it's a decision I wouldn't have come to without the benefit of the insight that was provided through doing that meditation.
Do you feel like your relationships, of any kind of relationships, do you feel those have changed as a result of working with the Golden Light, and if so, how?
I think the primary relationship that's changed is my relationship with myself. I think probably everybody I know struggles with issues of self-worth at some point to some degree, and I think that Golden Light's really helpful in terms of putting your relationship with yourself on a new footing and giving you a better sense of yourself and more of a confidence in yourself, and that has a lot of ramifications in life in terms of not being blown around by the winds of others and forces outside of you. That when you really anchor and ground yourself in who you are in whatever environment or condition that you're in, life goes better.
Do you have any examples in your life of how you don't get blown around as much, so to speak?
Yeah, I think I've gotten feedback from other people that I'm much less reactive than I used to be. So, you know, when we get triggered by somebody and it triggers, you know, say an angry outburst, you know, I was definitely subject to angry outbursts. When things were happening that I didn't like, or I thought should be happening differently, or I thought someone should be behaving differently, particularly somebody that worked for me. Being blown around, I would describe as that sort of degree of reaction when you have an emotional reaction to what's going on and it comes out in anger or something like that. And so I definitely had the experience of the frequency and depth of those decreasing over time, and got feedback from other people that that was the case as well. So that just leads to an overall kind of better quality of life.
What kind of changes in your life have you made? You mentioned one job change. Have you made any other changes that you'd be willing to share? And if there's anything you don't want to share about, that's totally okay too. But what sort of things, how's the flow of your life changed?
I think the quality of individual moments are just deeper and more fulfilling. That I would describe kind of every minute of every day as being different in a way, because once your awareness shifts, kind of everything shifts after that. So it's pretty hard to do a before and after comparison. It's like when you take one fork in the road, that path is just different than the path you didn't take. And I'm not sure what was on the path I didn't take, but I like the path that I'm on.
Nice. Pretend that I am a person that has never been to the Golden Light Meditation. I've never met Gary Springfield, and I'm thinking about going to a retreat, or you just invited me to a retreat. Why would you suggest that I go?
The first thing that I would say is that when I look at my own background, I was pretty much your average Joe, you know, a corporate job and not into kind of new age or spirituality. And I think sometimes people are turned off by getting into things like golden meditation because of feelings or attitudes they might have about that type of thing. And so what I would say is that to encourage somebody to come is it's not as weird as you might think it is. And it's helpful in your life. I mean, it's just helpful in a lot of practical ways. So I would encourage people not to get hung up on that and just try it and see what it does in their own life. That would be my encouragement to them, is to be open and give it a shot.